Lovable students, we should have an awareness against deforestation. This is because a healthy environment can protect healthy plants, animals, and humans. As a naturalist, Gieve Patel hereby conveys about the drastic consequences of deforestation by humans. Let us have a brief profile information about Gieve Patel. Gieve Patel was born in 1940. He is a prominent Indian writer in English. He was born in Mumbai. He was working as a doctor. He conducts workshop on poetry for students. Patel is a member of a group that is subscribed to the Green Movement, which tries to protect the environment. His poems speak of deep concern for nature and expose man's cruelty to it. He is also a painter and has made many exhibitions. The main themes in Patel's poetry are the problems of the human body, its frailty, absurdity, and perishability. He speaks against the inequalities of castes and class. He is worried about the fate of the subaltern, who was always marginalized. He is also against the violence, conflict, and pain that we witness every day. He also tries to find out what lies beyond death. Here, our poem that we have to study is the killing of a tree, on killing of a tree. It speaks about man's cruelty to trees. It describes step by step the process of annihilating the tree. The tree has grown slowly, consuming the earth. It became strong by absorbing air, water, and sunshine. It is deeply rooted in the soil. Therefore, mere cutting of some upper part does not destroy it. It has the power of resilience. So a man cuts and a tree and pulls out the roots. The torture continues. He dries the trees in the sun and browns it and hardens it through some chemical processes. Man is not unaware of the virtues of trees, but his greed has made him callous and insensitive. The poem tells us how to kill a tree. The message it gives is against such killing. The poem speaks of the resilience of nature in spite of the violence inflicted on it. The poem also tells us that we should be persistent if we want to eradicate a problem. The roots of the problem too should be eradicated. The language of the poem is very simple. It appeals to us easily. It is a timely poem that speaks against the mindless deforestation that is going on today. The tone is impersonal. It does not preach and tells things in a matter of fact way. So, from 1 to 9, the lines 1 to 9, that is, it takes time to kill a tree. It is not enough to give a sharp cut with a knife to kill it. It has grown slowly from the earth. It has grown tall, feeding upon the topsoil. It has absorbed years of sunlight, air, and water. From its rough-looking bark, like the skin of a leper, leaves come out. Look at these lines, that is lines from 10 to 18. That is, to kill a tree, it is not enough to cut it down and make it into pieces. That much pain will not be enough. The bleeding bark of the tree will heat, and from near the ground, it will bring out small twigs with leaves on them. These small twigs will become branches again, and the tree will grow back into its former size. Look at the lines 19 to 29. Here also says that no, it is not enough to really kill a tree. Its root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. It is to be robbed, tied, and pulled out in pieces or removed fully from the cave of the earth. When it is pulled out, it can be seen that its strength comes from its strong roots. The roots are white, wet, and most sensitive. They have been hidden for years inside the earth. Look at the last stanza, that is stanza number 30 to 35. Once the tree is pulled out with its roots, then it is a matter of scorching and choking it in the sun and air. Then it browns, hardens, twists, and withers. Now the killing process is completed. So we have to study this lesson as part of the current situation around us. That is the step-by-step process needed for killing a tree. And what is it? Not an easy job to kill a tree. Comment on the language of the poem. So these are the expected questions from this poem. So comment on the language of the poem. So we can discuss the language. The language of the poem is very simple. It appeals to us easily. Patel has created wonderful imagery with his word magic. We can see the tree growing, feeding upon the crust of the earth, absorbing years of sunlight, air, and water. The pictures of leprous hide, the bleeding bark, curled green twigs, the earth cave which angers the tree, etc., are powerful pictures. Tree is personified, and cutting it down is compared to the killing of a person. The diction is remarkably evocative. There is alliteration in bleeding bark. Gieve Patel has used irony in the poem to deliver a fine, timely message. It's okay. Thank you so much to the listening of this lecture class. Thank you.